And it is a really, really nice afternoon for soccer. About a perfect day. Cloudy enough to keep the sun off of you. About 70 degrees. Light breeze. This is a considerable change from the last time we were broadcasting soccer. Last game we had last week was about 40 degrees and misty and breezy, and it was really tough. Tough to play, tough to broadcast. Today, folks, this game brought to you by Eagles on the Air, Fort Bend Christian Academy. Here we are at the Nest, girls soccer. We will be ready to go in just a moment. Eagles team just stepping onto the field after warm-ups, ready to go. Big, big, big game today, a district matchup. The girls' situation is that they are pretty close to a lock for the playoffs. They need to win tonight to pretty much lock that in. What they're fighting for right now is a second-place finish in district. If they can get a second-place finish, this girls' team will earn a home playoff game. And everybody knows home playoff games mean a lot. Playoffs are awesome, but going on the road for playoffs is a little less fun. So this team has a good chance with a win tonight to go 9-3 in district. And then they've got a pretty good shot at that second spot. Either way, this girls' team is on the way to the playoffs. And that first round of playoffs, Eagles on the Air will do whatever they can to bring that game to you. Starting lineups for the Eagles in black today against the Woodlands Christian Academy. Sydney Ferguson is up top, along with Megan Henley. She's on the near side, number 8. You'll see Sloan Forestier. She'll play up top with them. And kind of an advanced midfielder will be Kira Whitman, number 10. Kira, leading scorer for the year. Midfield for the Eagles, you're looking at Valentina Covarrubias and number 9, Lily Seifert. And then on defense, 23 is Christy Volmert, 14, Ruth Tamuno, 17 is Thea Longbottom, and 18, Kira Singh on the left full for the Eagles. There's your starting 11 for this girls' team, fighting for a second-place finish in district and to get that home playoff game. So the girls' team is 10-3 overall 8-3 in district. Didn't play a whole lot outside of district this year. It's a little strange, only a couple games outside of the district, but they've done very well in district, and that puts them in playoff contention for sure. Hard to pick out whether the offense or the defense has played stronger. We've watched broadcast now 3 games. They've given up a total of 5 goals in those 3 games. The defense has been very strong. Offense came out one of those games with a 7-goal showing. We are 2-1 in our broadcasted games this year. Be a foul called on the Woodlands. Tonight is senior night, as it is the last home regular season game of the year for both boys soccer and girls soccer. Kind of strange is that we don't have a lot of seniors on this year's team. Quite a few juniors and sophomores. Here's a beautiful ball by Tamuno up to Whitman. Oh, that's a really good job by the goalkeeper to stuff the number 1 goal scorer on our team and one of the best goal scorers in the state of Texas in private school soccer. As a beautiful pass from Tamuno up to Whitman. Whitman wasn't able to finish that one off. Ends up way out about midfield for an Eagles throw-in. Woodlands Christian this year, bit of a struggle on the record, 4-13. They haven't really been blown out. They haven't been able to garner a whole lot of wins. They're 3-7 in district. 3 out of the 4 wins then in the district. So they're 3-7 in district. We're 8-3. So we are contending for that number 2 spot. We need to get by them to help secure it. Eagles right now just trying to get rid of the ball. Whitman sends it up towards Forestier. Sloan fighting for the ball against 2 Woodlands Christians players. Whitman and Henley working together pretty well. Back and forth. This will go out of bounds. Another Eagles throw in. And this is Volmert coming from her fullback side. Eagles fullbacks, both Volmert and Singh, will come forward quite a bit. There's Ruth Tamuno. Ruth has got the footwork of a forward or a midfielder. She plays that defense, and she's got quickness too, so I'm guessing if the Eagles really needed a little more offense, they could put Ruth up there. She's got a shot too. She can put it in from distance. Throw in from the Woodlands just a little past 5 minutes into this first half. Ball's been about evenly split on possessions so far. Only shot on goal was by Whitman a little bit earlier. Warriors holding their own for sure. Lily Seifert, really nice to get the ball out of the box. And there's a long shot. I don't have a number for you. We did not receive a roster from the Woodlands. Ava Franco, though, handles it no problem at all. There's a nice long punt out towards the 40. Bounces, and Whitman will take it. And she knows what she's doing there. She's looking for Ferguson. Ferguson almost gets to that one between two Warriors. Two seniors on this team. One of them has been injured all season long. A for sure member of the starting lineup, injured before the season. Elizabeth Ingram. She would have been a huge difference maker on this team. And while we've had a lot of success at 10-3, she would have helped to bring even more. Ingram has been out. She's still not playing. She will not be back this season. The other senior is Ehi Odlumen. You'll probably see her tonight. One of our subs. It's only two seniors, which bodes well for the next couple of years. Every player you see on the field right now will be back next year. Throwing from Volmart, and she ends up getting the ball back. And my guess is that she was trying to play one inside to Sloan Forestier. A little bit too much on it. We'll sail out of bounds for a goal kick. So tonight, in between the games, we will have and we will broadcast. That's a really nice pass up to Ferguson. Could not handle the first touch on that one. But in between the games, we'll have the senior night recognition for the boys and for the girls. Guys have a few more seniors. Here's a good move by the Woodlands. Ruth Tamuno gets in the way, though, and tackles the ball away. Very well done. I don't really see numbers on the front or the back of Woodlands players, so I can't even tell you a number right now. I think they have numbers, but oddly enough, I think they're yellow on their white jerseys, so I have no idea even what numbers to call out. Woodlands does get a throw-in deep in Eagles territory. Deep throw and into the box is going to be handled first by Covarrubias and then handled very well by Kira Singh. Woodlands will take a long shot outside. And now here comes Kira Whitman. She'll send it up towards Sydney Ferguson. She has a beat on the ball and speed. She's looking maybe to get one into Sloan Forestier. She takes a shot instead. It's about a foot wide. It's about the first real attack we've had since Whitman had a one-on-one earlier. So right now, Warrior defense holding up. Goalkeeper made an excellent save on that Whitman shot. Goal kick finds the feet of Ruth Tamuno. Right back over to the Woodlands. Very nicely handled by Tamuno. Up to Henley. Whitman. Now Whitman sends one up towards Henley, and the Woodlands keeper will scoop that one up first. About 11 and a half minutes into this first half. Zeros. Long kick way into the box. Franco will handle that one with a smile and a punt. Very nicely taken. I'm just saying she's added about 10 yards onto her punts this year just in the time that we've been watching. Thea Longbottom on this bit of defense. And she wisely will take the throw in. Substitute for the Woodlands coming in. Good crew for tonight's broadcast. We've got a couple people who weren't able to make it in quite yet. Thankfully, you'll be able to listen to the second half with Evan Carpenter on the microphone. She's not with us right now. She's finishing up basketball practice. She'll be up here as soon as she can. Nina Singleton, she'll be up here also helping to run things. She'll be up when she's done with some family situations. There's a handball on the Warriors. You've got Ivan Jimmy Ducksworth handling switching today. Jaylon Zuber and Ethan Williams on the main cameras. And the field level camera, newcomer Cambry Girardi. You saw her in volleyball. Star volleyball player on that state runner-up team this year. Lots of success in Eagle sports and otherwise. In fact, the next couple of days, if you watch KHOU and NBC and Channel 2 as well, we'll have about a 10 to 15 minutes session where they highlight the Eagles' theater arts program, part of the fine arts program. A nice looking pass up the side to Ferguson. Going to be knocked out of bounds, though, by Woodlands. Theater Arts program has a special being done on them for the shadow play, the ASL shadow play they did for a competition in Atlanta last month. And now we'll be on the local television station talking through that and doing a little bit of work. Here's Woodlands with a run. Some speed on the side, but Thea Longbottom covers it, and then she'll get tripped up. Foul called on the Woodlands. Incidental, but definitely a foul. Good job by Thea. She just waited for the right moment, and as soon as the forward kicked the ball a little bit too far ahead, Thea cut her off. Went and get the ball and got fouled. Not a lot of fouls in this first half. We're about 15 minutes in. It's like a couple fouls and a handball is all we have. Stamuno finding Covarrubias, and eventually that's knocked out of bounds for an Eagles throw-in. Handled by Singh, and she'll get another one. Eagles have had the two best chances thus far. We still stand at 0-0. Woodlands Christian defense has held up well. That'll be another foul there. Incidental again, but Lily Seifert got nailed on the foot. I'm sorry, that's Henley. Nailed on the foot. Nope. Back to Seifert. That was Lily Seifert. She made an excellent move to get around forward. Got chopped down. That'll hurt. Sing with a free kick. She finds Seifert. Woodlands right on it again. Thus far, a pretty solid defense for what has, let's see, it looks as a 4-13 team. It's been able to shut out a very strong offense. Another substitution for the Woodlands. If I could see a number, I'd tell you what it is. Be a foul called here. Looks like it was called on Seifert. So a free kick for Woodlands. Here's a nice rush here. Sydney Ferguson will try to cross the ball off the outside of her foot, though. That's going to sail out of bounds. She had two people in the box and one more trailing. Sloan first year had moved up, and Whitman was up there along with Henley. Just off the outside of her foot, though. That's been a lot of the offense that we have seen in the last several games. Let's get a pass up to Ferguson, who takes it up the sideline and crosses it in. She's also put a couple in the back of the goal. Or finding Whitman up the middle and just letting her work, I mean magic, dribbling around defenders. Get it to her and let her go. Tamuna will just knock this one out as a couple of Warriors were coming forward trying to get control of the ball. Wisely dunked out of bounds, and now the Eagles can reset the D. So that solid defense has been tested a little bit today. That is 3 juniors and 1 sophomore. Singh is a sophomore. That's Longbottom, Tamuno, and Volmer are all juniors. Getting a little bit of a test so far. No real threats. Nicely taken in midfield by Covarrubias. She finds Singh. Singh around the defense. She's looking for Ferguson down the line, just misses. And it's intercepted by a Warrior. Another ball sent forward. And Thea Longbottom will try to chase it down, but that one's going to roll way out of bounds. Goal kick for the Eagles. We just passed the halfway mark. Zero still in this pretty critical game. If you are an Eagles fan, you want to see the victory and you want to see them take control, at least right now, control of second place in the district. You'd like to see them win a home playoff game. Here's a long shot from that right side. That's going to sail well over the bar. Franco hasn't really been challenged directly yet. A couple of good rushes by the Warriors. Franco finds Whitman. to Seifert, and now to Volmert, and then knocked out of bounds, and Eagles will have a throw-in. Here's your goal kick. The Eagles, nicely taken way out to Forestier. Her and Whitman working together. This is a little bit too far, but Whitman will block that kick, and now she's got a chance to get in on her own against the goalkeeper. There's your first goal. Whitman with the steal about midfield. Gets past the defender. Perfectly placed shot with that left foot. We've seen her score. Right foot, left foot. Doesn't really seem to matter. That is a Merrimack College recruit. Way up in Boston is where she'll be looking at playing her soccer. They're getting not just a score, ball control, speed, leadership. They're getting the whole package up at Merrimack. Eagles break that scoreless tie. Finally beat the Warriors' defense. Tomorrow night we'll be broadcasting the final home basketball game of the year, taking on a district rival, Lutheran South. They've already had a senior night, a little bit different timing for the basketball senior night, but they'll be playing their last game at home. Tune in for that game, and we'll talk about the playoff situation for basketball in just a moment. It's going to be an offsides call, and near side referee called that one, so it'll be a free kick for Woodlands. Basketball teams look to be both, might be headed to the playoffs. Both of them in the top 4 in district. So both of them looks like they'll have an away playoff game. Eagles on the Air will try to bring you at least the first round if we can. Bomer comes way forward to try to guard that one. Ball rolls out of bounds, and she does a good job as the Eagles get a throw-in out of it. Volmert again. This one over Henley's head. Ooh, that's going to be another foul, and Seifert takes another shot. This one's just holding her wrist. Yeah, she got rugby tackled right there. The second time she's been fouled hard today. Both times unintentional, but yeah, this one looks like it hurt. Here comes Danielle, our trainer. Danielle Kaiser's been with the school for several years now as our trainer. Has an excellent training crew. One of the best around you'll find. One of the many cool things happening for Bend Christian Academy. Her and her set of trainers. Those trainers helped the football team this year win the first ever school state championship in football. Helped the volleyball team make their second straight final game appearance. State champions last year, runner-up this year. Number 5, Reagan Campbell, is going to come in for Seifert. Here goes Whitman again. She's going to try to get through the defense. She does get through the defense. She's going to chip one out towards the goal. That was either a good shot or a really good cross that we couldn't get a foot on. Either way, more speed and control by Kira Whitman shown. "12 minutes left in this first half." Good job by Ava to come up and take that deflection. Woodlands Christian, while they might have a 4-13 record, they are holding their own. Eagles have the one goal from Whitman. Nice job by Longbottom to get the ball clear of danger. Ferguson tries to keep it in, but that one's going to sail out of bounds. Throw in for the Woodlands Christian Academy. Woodlands Christian in our district, even though they are about an hour away, north part of Houston, a suburb of Houston. Developing a pretty good rivalry in all of our sports with the Woodlands. You'll see them in baseball and softball this year as well. We've got scheduled about 7 baseball games and 7 softball games this upcoming season. They've already started. In fact, baseball, I believe, started or starts their regular season games coming up in a few days. Whitman on the sideline gets the ball, keeps it in bounds. She gets by a defense, and then finally nicely taken by the defense and knocked out of bounds. Eagles are going to get the only senior that is healthy right now to come into the game. That's Ehi Olumen, number 15, coming in to right back. And Christy Vollmer will get a bit of a rest. Ehi will play here and there whenever they need her. I've seen her at halfback, I've seen her at forward, and now I've seen her at fullback. It's going to be a throw-in problem. Eagles get another chance at it. Throw-in comes back to Covarrubias. She'll find Ferguson again on the side. Chips it back up towards Valentina, but that will be out of bounds. So just 2 seniors on this girls' soccer team. Would love to see Elizabeth Ingram on the field. She's out for the season, but been broadcasting her soccer games for the last 3 years. Huge part of this team, all the way back to her freshman year. This is a nice chip forward by Woodlands, and it will roll out of bounds. Thea will take this throw in on the far side, looking for Covarrubias. And Val will get called for a foul. Only second foul called on the Eagles so far this half. So about 37 yards from goal. Here comes a line drive chip, but I don't know if she's trying to shoot that or if she's trying to get a deflection. It was wide right, just like a Dallas Cowboys field goal kick. Wide. Ava Franco with another goal kick. I'll apologize. Mr. Lee up here is a Dallas Cowboys fan, so totally allowed to mock them a little bit. Here come the Woodlands. There's an attempt at a cross blocked by Ehi. Nicely done by the senior. .7:30 left in this first half. This will be a corner, first corner of the game for either team. Maybe the best chance for the Woodlands to get on the scoreboard. This is high, way back over the head of Franco, and it is headed or shouldered or something into the goal. And we have a 1-1 game. Just under 7 minutes. This game is tied up. Not the result the Eagles want to see. We would love to get the win and go 11-3 and take control of that second spot nearing the end of the season. But that goal puts it in doubt. It's 1-1. As we go under 6 minutes, Eagles another push forward. Sydney Ferguson will have a throw in. She'll find Forestier, but the ball is not controlled back to the feet of Woodlands. Nice job by Covarrubias to help. There's going to be a foul called. Looks like Val got bumped or chopped down, I'm not sure. Another foul on the Warriors, so Eagles will have a free kick around the 35, their own 35-yard line. Eagles have not hit a groove yet. We've seen them this year get into these passing modes where 5 or 10 minutes in a row they'll have 10 shots and a bunch of beautiful through passes, and they'll put so much pressure on the defense. They have not gotten there yet today. Credit to the Woodlands defense and midfield for having to cut down all those chances that they might see otherwise. There's Thea heading the ball, and trying to get it to control is Ruth Tamuno. And she'll guide the ball out of bounds. It will be a corner kick. Second corner kick of this first half. Both of them by the Warriors. Seifert has not been able to come back into the game yet. Looking over on the sidelines, the trainer standing near her. Lily Seifert, intangible player in the middle of the field. For the Eagles, here's your corner. Nicely taken again. And that one is kicked by a Woodlands player. Had another chance. The Ava Franco, standing right in the middle of her path to the goal, snatches that one up and now sends out a kick way towards Reagan Campbell. If Ava Franco does not play that one up perfectly, that's a 2-1 score for the Woodlands. Ball cleared out again by the defense. And Covarrubias will have a throw in. Another move on the far sideline by the Warriors. Long bottom stuffs that one, though. Knocks it out of bounds for Warrior throw-in. 1-1 with 2.5 left. Things picking up here in the first half. Woodlands again. Here's a cross. A little bit over the head of the forward. So we'll get Megan Henley to knock that one out of bounds. Eagles on their heels a little bit here in the last 10 minutes. It's been the Woodlands that have put the pressure on. Here's a long shot. Way out by about 25 yards out and goes well wide. Not sure if there was a change of any kind made by the Warriors, but this last 10 to 12 minutes, they have been in control of the game more. And again, that's at a record of 4-13 versus a 10-3 team. Woodlands is playing some pretty good soccer right now. Nice job here by Henley. She gets the ball. She breaks away. She's going to try to get a cross in. She does get a cross in. Just barely take. Oh! Holy cow! What a sequence. Oh, I wish we had replay tonight. That was amazing. That was Henley beating a defender, crossing it in, just missing an eagle off of a defender. Kicked in by Whitman. And Whitman's first shot was an absolute gorgeous save by the Woodlands keeper. Whitman got on the rebound and put it away. So under 2 minutes left, and the Eagles go ahead 2-1. And that's going to be the end of the half. That was a fantastic goal. I can't wait to have the team cut that one up and put that as the highlight of the year so far. So we got a 10-minute halftime. Eagles take a 2-1 lead. Don't forget, this is senior night. We'll be honoring 2 girls soccer seniors, a few boys soccer seniors. And that will be in between the games after the girls' second half. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the girls' varsity soccer game against the Woodlands Christian. Tonight's a very special night, senior night. Ceremony will be happening after this game and before the boys' varsity game, so be sure to stay tuned for that. My name is Evan Carpenter. I'm going to be taking over the broadcast for the time being, and I'll also be going into the boys' broadcast as well, so you're going to be sticking with me for a while. So as we come out, we just want to note the score 2-1 Eagles right now. Both goals made by Kira Whitman for the Eagles. Great all-around player. She can really do everything that needs to be done on the field, and she's really one of the key players that this Eagle team looks for whenever they need to get stuff done. And with that, the kickoff starts, and Eagle defense will get possession of the ball and try to make their way upfield. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and Eagles are going to throw it in. Little contact made by the Warriors defenders. But Eagles will still progress up into Warrior territory. Ball is thrown in, but kicked out by a Warrior defender. And the ball goes out towards that back fence. Eagles right now have a 4-13 stat record. The Woodlands have a 4-13 stat record right now. However, they are holding pretty well against the 10-3 Eagles right now. So very good effort, especially on the defensive side of the ball for the Warriors. Warriors taking the ball upfield. However, Ruth Tamuno is there to try to deter. Ball is being chased into the corner, and the ball is knocked out. Eagles are going to have a free kick to go downfield. Ball kicked down, but Warriors receive it. Thea Longbottom in the center of the defense. And it'll be Eagles ball once again. Ava Franco, the goalie for the Eagles, kicking it off. A little chip over, kicked out of bounds by the Warriors. Thrown over, chased down. Kira Whitman chasing down the ball, fighting a Warrior. However, it gets knocked out. Eagles will throw the ball in once again. Warriors playing a very defensive game right now. Ball gets past the first line defense. And Warriors taking it out to the sideline. However, Kira is taking that ball, and it's kicked out towards the middle. Thea with the save. Kira Whitman hitting it up line. Chase down happening right now with Megan Henley. And our Warriors will be throwing it out very deep into their own territory. Warriors bring the ball up down the sideline, and it's kicked out. Christy Volmert throwing the ball in. Bailey Seifert struggling with the ball. However, Eagles throw it in once again. The Warriors making their way down the field. Pass to the middle. Taking long strides. However, there's a Warrior open in the backside. Fighting off Root Tamuno. Root Tamuno able to get the ball out of the possession of the Warriors. And now is just number 13, Sloan, working the ball. However, it gets kicked out by a Warrior. Number 18, Kira Singh throwing the ball out. Thea Longbottom chasing down a Warrior player. Warrior player gets passed, and they go for a shot on goal. It's just a little bit high over the crossbar. And Franco will be kicking it once again. As we've seen so far, the Warriors' defense has really been holding their own, especially with the explosive offense that we have with Kier Whitman and players like Muka. They're really making a threat against the Warriors. However, they've been holding their own, and they even be able to turn their defensive efforts into offensive possessions, which is really great for them. Katie Vollmer throwing the ball in towards the middle. Warriors defense struggling to get the ball back forwards, and it goes out of bounds. With the Warriors' great defensive effort, we also have a great defensive lineup for the Eagles as well. Number 14th, Ruth Tamuno, has been playing a great half so far, having at least 2 stops, which is a great stat to have. And also our middle defender, Thea Longbottom, as well, always attacking and always running towards the ball. With that, Eagles get possession. And Eagles kick it upfield, but it will be received by the Warriors goalie, who will punt it off. Punts a little shallow. Kiera Whitman booting it. And it goes in! Kira's shot towards the sky makes its way into the net, adding another point to the Eagles' score. Score is now 3-1. That is the third goal for Kira Whitman, first goal of the half. Very good hat trick right there for Kira Whitman. What a standout player so far on this senior night game. With that, the Warriors are on the offensive possession, bringing the ball down. A little scuffle with Kira as she's getting the ball back. Thea, that second line of defense, trying to get it, but this is saved by Ava Franco. Ava's now going to wait for her teammates to get into position, and she will punt it off. Line drive down the center, over the defenders. The last line of defense has to make up for lost ground, and they will kick it out of bounds. Number 10, Kira Whitman, will be there for the throw-in. Kira passing it to number 11, Valentina. Back to Kira. Kira passes towards the middle, received by Warriors goalie. And the Warriors goalie punts it towards the sideline. However, Katie Vollmer is there for the out-of-bounds throw-in. Ball knocked out by the Eagles. Warriors throw-in. It's these little things that the Warriors need right now to get that turnaround going into this offensive possession. Attack up front. Great effort on the attack by the Eagles. However, the ball is knocked back to the goalie. And the goalie punts it straight into the feet of Kira Whitman. Kira Whitman popping it up. Valentina fighting for the ball, kicking it back towards Christy Vollmer. Hard hit towards Kira Whitman. Ball goes down for defense. Warriors on the offensive possession right here. Kicking it back, however, goes to the feet of the Eagles. Sloan fighting Warriors offensive player. Pass back to Kira Singh. Warriors making their way upfield. Defensive player Thea Longbottom there to stop the ball. Warriors shot. Ruth hits it out. And Valentina struggling to get the ball out. And it will roll out of bounds. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution happening. Sydney Ferguson is going to be coming in for Muka. And it looks like Ehi will be coming in for Christy Vollmer. Ava Franco with the ball kick out. Kira Whitman trying to maintain possession. She kicks it across the field to Sloan. Sloan trying to maintain possession. Sloan making aggressive contact with a Warrior defender, gets a call, and it'll be a Warrior free kick at about the 45-yard line. Warriors kick it deep into Eagle territory, and the ball will go straight into the hands of Ava Franco. Ooh, almost lose the ball, but she gathers herself. Punts it shallow to Sydney Ferguson. Whitman passing it up line to Sydney. Sydney bolting down, trying to make contact, and will she get that shot off? She gets it. Oh, it's just a little too far to the right. Great shot on goal by Sydney Ferguson. Also, great upline pass by Kira Whitman. She just has a great IQ for the game, and she's able to see when her teammates are available for that pass. And that was just a great IQ play right there for Kira Whitman as well. Ball is going to be kicked towards the middle, bounced off some heads. Thea bouncing it to Valentina. Valentina passing it to a Warrior. Ball will go out of bounds, and it's going to be an Eagle ball. Kira Singh passing it out. Received by Kira Whitman in the midfield. Dribbling the ball past some defenders. However, she gets tripped up. Oh, but she gets it back. However, is lost once again. Warrior making it her way up the sideline. However, he gets kicked out of bounds by Kira Singh. Warriors will be throwing in the ball. Booted downfield. Kira tries to get the ball to one of her teammates. However, gets received by the Warriors. But there is a fight for the ball. Warriors pass it out of bounds. And Eagles will be throwing it in deep into Warrior territory. Sydney throwing the ball in to Sloan. Kira faking him out. Passes towards the middle of the field, hoping her players would be there. However, they were not. And now there is a fight for the ball on the sideline as Lily Cipher goes with it. However, the Warriors keep going. Keep going downfield. Warriors break the defense of Ruth Tamuno. Ruth and Ehi trying to get that, but the ball is taken out by Ruth, and she is going to get it back. Moving the offensive players out of her way, Ruth kicks it up line straight into the feet of the Warriors, however. Warriors still making their way upfield. Kicks the ball, hits the shins of Thea. Warriors continue to maneuver this ball past Eagle defenders, getting these open pockets. However, the offensive possession ends with goalie keep by Ava Franco. Punt goes towards the middle of the field, received by Sydney Ferguson. Pass towards the middle. Bounced off the head of a Warrior. Lily getting that ball off the sideline. Looks like Ehi's out on the sideline as well, unable to get it out. But it will be Eagles' ball. Ball's thrown in, received by the Warriors, and bounced. Looks like, oh, nope, still in play, but bounced out by the Eagles. Ball goes into Eagle territory. However, Ruth Tamuno stops the ball in its tracks and boots it way downfield into the bleachers. New ball will be thrown in by the Warriors. And the ball will be kicked up line and out on the foot of a Warrior. Still a fight for the ball on that back sideline towards the Eagles bench. Great boot downfield into Warrior territory. Sloan was there to get the ball, however, was kicked out by a Warrior. Eagles will take position in Warrior territory. Once again, just a great offensive push by the Eagles, as well as an offensive push by the Warriors. Warriors are not going to go down without a fight, that's for sure. They're definitely fighting tooth and nail to get this ball somewhere significant, and it is working out for them for the most part. However, they just need to get those shots landing on goal. And with that, the ball will go out of bounds, and there will be a free kick. Or goal kick, my bad, for the Warriors. Straight down the center. Stopped by Valentina. Valentina passing it back to Ehi. Ehi bringing it back upfield. Lily scrapping for the ball right now, and she gets it. Getting it out of their possession, and she kicks it out. Lily making a great defensive effort right now, hustling for every single loose ball. Just a great defender to have on the field at this point. Warriors will be throwing the ball in. Ball thrown again, once again, by the Warriors. Warriors moving the ball field, however, stopped by Kira Whitman. Kira Whitman passing it strongly up the field to Sydney Ferguson. Is she going to get there before the goalie? She is not. Great boot by Kira Whitman, and the goalie will punt it towards the middle of the field. Warriors knocking the ball off into the sideline. So right now, we just want to take a shout out for all the seniors that play for the soccer team. First, when we have Ehi Alden and she has been playing for the team for 4 years so far. Just a great player all around. Really very loyal to the team, and she's a great worker. We also have Elizabeth. We have Elizabeth Ingram as well. She is out on injury right now, but she will also be celebrating this senior occasion as well. She's also been playing for the team for 4 years, and whenever she is able to play, she is a great asset for the team, always a great midfielder trying to make the most of every play, just a great hustler. And with that, the Warriors will have a free kick at about the 30-yard line. Stopped by Kira Whitman. Ehi will fight for the ball at the sideline. And it will be an Eagle throw-in. Knocked out of bounds once again. Going to be Warriors ball this time. Great downfield throw. Ball is kicked out. However, there's going to be a call on the field. There's going to be a kick at about the 24-yard line, or I'm sorry, at about the 8-yard line. This could be a great offensive opportunity for the Warriors right now. Ball goes high on the opposite side and will go through the opposite boundary into the corner. During this time, I would also like to talk about tomorrow. We will be having another broadcast. It will be the basketball games for the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles. We'll have the girls' game against Lutheran South Academy at 5:30, and the boys' game against the same team at about 7. So be sure to tune into those as well. It's going to be blackout, so you'll be able to see our teams rep their black uniforms as well. So be sure, if you can't support in person, be sure to support on the broadcast. You can go to the same website, FBCA.tv, to watch. So be sure to tune into that tomorrow. Christy Volmert throwing the ball in for the Eagles. And it'll be knocked out by a Warrior. Warriors defender able to kick the ball upfield to their striker. And Christie gets pushed out of bounds with a little bit of contact by Warrior. However, there's no call. Christie will continue to throw it in off the shins of a Warrior. Lily Seifert fighting for the ball right now. Attacking Kira Whitman getting that. And the ball will be kicked out by Ava Franco towards the middle where the Warriors will try to maintain possession. Katie Volmert once again throwing the ball out about the 35-yard line. There's a substitution on the field for the Warriors. Thrown back to a Warrior. They will be making the way upfield. However, Lily Seifert will be kicking that out advancing the ball for the Warriors. Long throw by Warrior, however, is received by Thea. And she kicks it out towards the corner, and it will be a corner kick for the Warriors. Once again, Warriors managing to turn their defensive efforts into offensive plays. And this is just another example of that. With this corner kick, they may have the opportunity to score. They just have to get themselves into the right positioning. It is also very important that the Eagles maintain their defensive effort right here, because this could be a high-scoring opportunity for the Warriors. With that, the ball gets kicked in, bounces. Ball's fumbled around from player to player. However, it does get into the feet of Lily Seifert. And the back row defenders for the Warriors will kick it out of bounds. If you're just now joining us, the score is 3-1 with about 14 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half of the game. Valentina struggling with the ball, and it gets kicked out. Ball thrown downfield. Warriors making their way upfield. A slow pass goes into Ava Franco's hands. Great effort by Warrior striker. It's going to go towards the sideline and received by Lily Seifert. Lily working the ball, trying to get it out of the possession of the Warriors, and she does. Ball intended for Kira Whitman was intercepted by a Warrior and kicked upfield. However, it is going to be out of bounds. Ehi throwing it in. Theo with the high and long kick. Ball goes out off of Warriors' head at about 50-yard line. Ball kicked high into the center of the field. Received by the Warriors. Juggled around a little bit. Penetrating that first line of Warriors defense, and the ball will go into the backfield. And they managed to get the ball back up, and the ball is stopped by Christy Vollmer. Ball gets passed down. Thea receiving it, kicking it up line to Valentina. Valentina unable to get it. Lily with the chase down. And Megan Henley chasing that down as well. Ball goes out of bounds. Warriors working the way down on the backside of the field. Warriors managed to penetrate that first line of defense of Ruth Tamuno. However, they were unable to pull the ball back out of bounds. Great penetration by the Warriors. Ball is kicked towards the middle. Eagles knocking down a player. Lily with the aggressive kick. Lily so far has had a great game for herself, even though she may have not had any goals on the board right now. She is a great player, great hustler, always willing to scrap for the ball in every possession. And with that, the Warriors kick the ball towards the middle field, and Longbottom is there to get it out. Ball is thrown in. Kicked high and far by the Eagles, received by Warriors. Ball goes out of bounds, and progress will be made on the Warriors' territory. Ball once again is hit out of bounds. With only about 10 minutes left in the game, score is still 3-1. Warriors got to make up a lot of lost ground right now, and that really just starts with their defense. Great throw-in by the Eagles, and it will be a corner kick. Once again, Eagles will have the opportunity to score once again on this. They just have to make most of this effort right here. Kiera Whitman with the kick off the corner. Going in. And it goes into the goal. It seems untouched. So that will be Kiera Whitman's 4th goal of the game. Great effort by Kiera Whitman. Score is now 4-1. 9 minutes left in the game. Kiera is really an unstoppable force when it comes to this sport. She continually just surprises and astonishes the people that watch just with her abilities and her talent. As you saw right there, a corner kick untouched into the goal, straight into the back of the net. That's what you'd like to see. That is a definition of a perfect corner kick. And with that, Lily attacks the ball and kicks it up. However, Warriors get it back. And there's a scuffle for the ball right now. Kiera getting turned around. Ball kicked upfield, however, stopped by a Warrior. Ball is ping-pong against people. However, it manages to get to Warriors' foot. However, it will be called offsides. And it will be a free kick for Ruth Tumuno. At the 30-yard line, Ruth will be kicking off. Right down the center, received by the Warriors. Oh, it looks like a Warrior just sat on number 11, Valentina. But she shakes it off. Great strength right there. Ball will be thrown in by the Warriors. They, with the reception for that, passing it off to Christie. Christie going up line. However, Warriors take a high kick that will go just out of bounds, a couple feet off from the goalpost. And with that, there will be a Warrior substitution. Ava Franco will be kicking it off with the goal kick. Warriors get the ball back. Ruth Tumuno manages to pit pocket right there and get it back. Warriors playing game of keep away right now. Managed to get past the first line of defense all on her own, trying to get out of the corner, out of the baseline, but she is unable to do it. Eagles once again will have the ball back. Goal kick for Ava Franco once again. And ball will be kicked by the Warriors back towards the middle of the field. Kiera Whitman with the chase down. Pass to Sydney Ferguson. Sydney Ferguson trying to get it towards Kiera Whitman, unable to do so. However, They continue to bring the ball closer to the Warriors side of the field. Defender right now trying to take it up. Blocked by Lily Seifert. Thrown in by Christy Vollmer. Christy Vollmer. Ball is touched by a Warrior. That'll be called handball. And there will be a free kick for Valentina. Eagles offense setting up behind or in line with the Warriors defense. This could be a make or break opportunity right here for another goal. Valentina kicking it towards the middle, closed in on some Warriors. However, Kira Whitman able to finesse her way around. Ball is, oh my gosh. Is it in? It's in. Wow. Very interesting goal happening right there with the ball. Sydney Ferguson made a cross pass towards the middle, and it bounced off the foot of Kira Singh. However, after that, I honestly could not tell whose foot was the scorer's. So, Eagles goal right there. Great effort by whoever scored that goal, because I could not tell. Score is now 5-1 with about 3 minutes left in the game. Warriors make an advance offensively, 2-on-1. Ball continues to work its way afield. However, it is kicked off the shins of an Eagle off to the corner, and it will be a corner kick for the Warriors. Once again, great goal by Eagles on that last possession. A little bit of confusion on who actually scored it, but there was just a great offensive look for Sydney Ferguson as well. Kira Whitman leading Sydney Ferguson to that pass, and Sydney Ferguson eventually gained the ball in. I was just informed that the goal is by Megan Henley. That'll be your first goal of the game. Ball received by Ava Franco from the goal or from the corner kick, and she will punt it off towards the side, received by Sydney Ferguson, who passes up line, intended for Kira Whitman. Ruth kicking the ball upfield. Warriors defender fumbling with the ball a little bit, unable to get a solid kick on it. The ball goes out of bounds. Eagles throwing. Kicked high and long down the sideline, received by the goalie for the Warriors. Warriors goalie boots it towards about the 40-yard line, received by one of her offensive players, and they make their way down the field, breaking the defensive effort of Valentina. Eagles throwing. Warriors continue to make their way up the field. However, it knocked out of bounds. Clock is now stopped at 2 minutes, and it's up to the referee's time. Score is 5-1. Ball is thrown in. Warriors trying to make a last-ditch effort to get that ball towards the goal. Kira Whitman playing great defense. Lily Seifert with her aggressive attacking gets the ball out. Oh, and she trips over herself, it seems like. Great effort by Lily as she continues to fight for the ball. Eagles trying to stop this offensive effort from the Warriors. And with that, that will be the end of the game. Score 5-1 Eagles. What a great way to end the senior night for the girls varsity soccer game. And right after this, we will have the senior recognition ceremony. So be sure to stay tuned to that. And then following that, we will be getting into the varsity boys senior night against the Woodlands Christian. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Great work on both sides of the ball, I would have to say, for this girls team. Warriors coming in very defensively strong, trying to maintain that possession that they had and then turn that defense into offense, which they did pretty well. However, they were not able to get those shots to land into the net. However, when we look on the Eagle side of the ball, great defense. We had great defenders such as Ruth Tamuno and Thea Longbottom, Christy Volmert, really working hard. And then they could turn that defense into offense with 4 goals from Kira Whitman and 1 goal from Megan Henley. So with that, to announce the player of the game for the girls team, the player of the game will have to be Kira Whitman. Once again, just with those 4 goals in her back pocket, she has managed to astonish everyone once again. So with that, we'll be turning it over to the senior recognition ceremony in just a couple of minutes. So thank you for watching the girls' game. If you're interested, please tune into the boys' game, as well as tomorrow night we'll be having the girls and boys varsity basketball games against the Lutheran South Academy Pioneers. So be sure to tune into that. It will be the last home game of regular season play, and it'll also be blackout themed. So be sure to support. And with that, my name is Evan Carpenter. I hope to see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.
His favorite scripture is Proverbs 12:24. One final hand for all of our senior soccer players.
Video was so good. Oh, the video was good. But the end,
Did you try your purple?
Do you think it's good? Is this good enough? This why is the opposite side? Too low. They're all on the phone.
Why did you go down there?
but yeah.
Oh, staircase. I do want to see it. What about it?
Elizabeth is running. Elizabeth is running.